So which happens more often in your business? Long explanations about why your offer is valuable, or customers saying yes and money hitting your bank? Because if you're explaining more than you're depositing, that's a problem. But it doesn't have to stay that way. And today, I want to show you a simple way to look at your offer that may explain why people aren't buying. Because here's the part that trips up a lot of smart business owners. Customers won't buy what you think they need. They buy what they believe will give them what they want. And those two things are not always the same. Need might explain why your offer matters, but want is what makes people move. Now look, this usually doesn't happen because you're careless. It actually happens because you care. You probably started your business because you saw something missing. You had a better way of doing things. You wanted to do work that actually mattered. Maybe you were tired of how your industry does it. Maybe you knew there was a smarter way, a cleaner way, a more honest way. And you're probably right. That's the frustrating part. People may genuinely need what you do, but the market doesn't buy what you think it needs. It buys what it believes will give it what it wants. That's the gap. And that gap is where a lot of businesses get stuck. Because when the customer can't see how your offer gives them what they want, you end up trying to educate them into buying. And that's an exhausting way to sell. Quick interruption. If you're getting value from this stuff and you haven't subscribed yet, you should probably fix that. So go ahead and subscribe right now. And hit the like button too. Apparently, that helps this whole YouTube thing. Oh, and if you've got a question about sales, marketing, money, or why your business feels stuck, drop it in the comments. I read them and I always respond. All right, back to it. Now let's say someone creates a new leadership approach and starts a business to sell it. And let's say it's good. It helps business owners communicate better. It helps teams make better decisions. It creates less confusion. It helps people take ownership. It helps the owner stop feeling so alone as the only person who has to make every single hard call. But when the person selling it talks about it, they talk about the model, the framework, the leadership, the philosophy, why traditional management is broken, why their approach is different. And again, they're probably right. But the business owner they're trying to help may not be waking up saying, I need a new leadership philosophy. They may be waking up every day saying, I want my team to stop asking me about every little decision. I want to take Friday off without the whole business falling apart. I want people to think before they bring me another problem. I want to stop being the only person who sees what needs to happen next around here. That's the difference. In this example, the person selling is offering a better way to lead, but the business owner wants their life back. And if you don't build a bridge between those two things, you're never going to get the sale. Now, this is where people might say, Del, is this just about features versus benefits? And I would say not exactly. Because you can talk about benefits all day long and still miss the mark. Just because it's a benefit doesn't mean it's their benefit. Now, lots of business owners miss this. They think the problem is that people don't understand the offer, so they explain it more. But sometimes the real problem is that the offer has not been translated into the customer's world. You're speaking from your side of the table, and they're buying from their side of the table. So the answer is not to explain harder. The answer is to make the bridge clearer. Now, I want to be very clear about this. I'm not saying throw away what you believe in. I'm not saying dumb down your work. I'm not saying manipulate people. I'm saying your job is to build the bridge between what you feel called to do and what your customer wants to buy. And here's the beautiful part of all this. When they do buy what they want from you, you still get to deliver what you know they need. To borrow an old saying, that is my $64,000 business insight. This is so important that I'm going to say it again, but just a little differently this time. Only after they buy do you get to give them what you know they need. So don't skip the bridge. You gotta build it. Here are 4 quick questions that can help you build that bridge and deposit more often. Number 1, what do I think my customer needs? Number 2, what do they actually say they want? Number 3, how does my offer give them that? And number 4, can they see that connection quickly? And that last question really matters, because if they can't see it quickly, they probably won't stick around long enough for you to make the offer. And your customer's words really matter here. Not your industry words, not your framework names, not the language that makes sense to you, their words. What are they actually saying? What do they say frustrates them? What do they say would make them feel better, happier, or less stressed? What result do they want? So here's the question. Is your offer built around what you think they need or what they're actually saying they want? Now, go make it happen.